Just warning you guys right now, this is probably one of the most disturbing serial killers that I've ever read about. I'm not going to be able to go into too much detail as to what he did, so if you do your own research, just be warned, it's very gnarly. This initial video shows 4 photos of the same exact individual, young and old, by the name of Richard Chase. And you'll notice that in these before and after photos, he looks very normal as a young individual and very disturbed as an older one. Richard was born back in 1950 in Sacramento, California. His upbringing was not nearly as bad as many other serial killers' upbringings. His parents would occasionally argue, occasionally there would be a few tense moments, but otherwise, things were relatively normal. By the age of 5, though, Richard was showing some pretty large red flags towards potentially becoming a violent psychopath in the future. Specifically, he checked everything off the list of the McDonald triad, which are 3 red flags. That being setting fires and having an obsession with it, persistent bedwetting by the age of 5 or past, and an obsession with hurting animals. Despite these early signs, though, Richard was actually relatively normal in school. He was apparently popular, clean-kept, and in one of his birthdays, he even had 60 students attend. I can't even remember back in high school if I had more than 5 friends. His transition into adulthood, though, would take him down a far more disturbing and tumultuous path. Over time, he started taking the lives of animals and graduating to larger and larger ones. He would isolate himself from everybody, not allowing people into his room, and I can't really get into too many details here, but he would drink the bodily fluids of these animals as well. Chase had also become an extreme hypochondriac by this point. For example, in 1973, he was briefly institutionalized for 2 days because he walked in stating that he was having a heart attack, blood wasn't flowing through his body, and that somebody had stole his pulmonary vein, which obviously makes 0 sense. Things just kept getting worse after this. Richard developed an unhealthy obsession with blood, specifically with consuming it and injecting it into himself, causing himself blood poisoning by injecting rabbit's blood into him, which led him to being hospitalized. From 1976 onwards, it was a constant stream of animals going into his apartment, nobody ever seeing them again. Lots of neighbors noticed this but didn't really question it, until eventually in 1977, he graduated to the largest game possible, at least morally, humans. Again, I'm not able to go into too much detail about this, but he did a lot of the same things to humans that he did to animals, including consuming bodily fluids of theirs, and within a very short period of time, less than a month, from 1977 to 1978, he took the lives of 6 individuals. Chase was eventually caught, and while many of you guys might think that he got an insanity plea, he actually didn't. He pled guilty and they sentenced him to death, but before that could take place, Chase removed himself from the gene pool. If you guys want to learn more about this case and read about some of the details that can't really be talked about here on YouTube, all you need to look up is the Vampire of Sacramento. You'll find all the information. As always, let me know what you guys think about this case in the comment section below. Drop a comment letting me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.